little minions, it's me, Beau. Now I'm gonna be doing some drywall work here, so I wanted to show you guys exactly what you get in the mail when you get this kit. Now my first impressions were, this is high quality stuff. Now initially I was looking at a lot of reviews out there, and on some of these, they weren't quite thick enough, they weren't quite flexible enough, and they kind of go back and forth. But as you can see with this one right here, I'm gonna show you all of them by the way, but this one right here has a nice bit of flex on there. And what I was most surprised about was the grip of the handle. It's kind of this rubberized type grip. That's nice, that feels really nice. Plus, it does actually have this safety barrier right here. So if you are doing some scraping on your drywall and you're getting the seam perfectly buttery smooth and you can't even tell, don't worry. If you're getting fatigued and tired and you slip up like this, you're not actually gonna be slicing your knuckle on here like so. And that is the case not just with the large tools here, but also the little spades like this. Now I did look at a lot of reviews out there and I noticed that there were some barbs on here, and some people actually said you need to take some sandpaper to this and smooth it out. There are no barbs on this. This is high quality stuff. I was actually quite pleased about the price. I got a lot of bang for my buck. And as you can see, it does have a little bit of flex in there, but most importantly, it doesn't have the barbs on here. So if I'm going along like this and I happen to slip, it's not gonna be slicing up my fingertips. So let's go ahead and pull out the rest of these. This is a larger version compared to the smaller one that you just saw earlier. And of course, we also have a larger version of this as well compared to the one that you saw earlier, okay? So personally, I like to go with the larger version like this. You just get a lot more real estate when you're smoothing out those seams in the drywall. And then lastly, of course, we have, this little tool like so. Now this is fantastic. I'm gonna show you my favorite features. First of all, 95% of the time, you're just gonna be using this razor blade scraper right here to get some tape off of windows or some little incidental cleanups. If you are painting around, let's say, something round like a post on like a wrought iron post, you're probably gonna be using this scraper right here because it actually has a bit of a crescent and you can use that contour to get around and scrape. And it also is sharp as well. So that is sharp and that is sharp. This other end right here is not sharp. And so you would probably be using this to scrape paint off of a paint roller. And if you have a smaller paint roller, you'd probably be using this one right here. So this is a pretty cool little multi-tool. Of course, you can tighten stuff with that right there. And then of course, my most favorite feature is, after the shift is done, the bottle opener. Now, lastly, what you do get in here is not paintbrushes. That's another thing that I'm reviewing. You don't care about that. No, the trough, the tray, right? That was another thing that I was wondering about because there's a lot of trays out there that are super flimsy. I didn't want something flimsy if I'm going along like this with my mud and I'm scraping it like this. I didn't want something plasticky. I wanted something with some heft to it. Check this out. You can actually see the burn marks from the welds on there all the way around. This is a hefty piece of metal. Listen to that, isn't that awesome? So this will definitely be fantastic for all the professionals out there who are doing drywall work. And you're like this, and slap it on, make it smooth, throw it back in there, and away you go.